RP comedy. Yes, we getting back into another reaction with Corey Holcomb. Let's go. Welcome back to the Manosphere Paradigm, the channel where we learn to level up in health, wealth, relationships, and hobbies. I've got another video and another reaction that I'm going to do to Corey Holcomb, the guy that I consider the one of the funniest guys out there in the comedy scene. He is real, he is raw, and he is as RP as it gets when it comes to the way he thinks about relationship and conducts himself. I am definitely stoked to have do another reaction with a discussion that is having on the Tom Joyner show. This video clip is at least more than 10 years old, and it shows you how long and how far back Corey Holcomb is coming with where he has definitely become RP aware, in my opinion, and the way he basically approaches relationships. So without further ado, let's get into a reaction with Corey Holcomb on the Tom Joyner show.
Holcomb is performing this weekend at the Addison Improv.
My favorite.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, man?
This is a beautiful time in my life, man.
Oh yeah, why?
My daughter turned 18 yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
I wrote my last child support check last week.
Told you, ladies.
My celebration weekend at the club. It's my baby mama's independence time now. I don't know what she gonna do. She doing a lot of worse off than when I first met her. But hey, Jay, I gave her an extra $50.
That was big of you.
Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we free at last. Corey Holcomb is definitely happy about that.
It feels good to know she got to make it last forever. You just don't know. I'm crying up in here, man.
You're real emotional.
Hey.
Extra 50.
Oh, yeah. Not like she used to hurt me with the child support. You know, I got an old hood baby mama. And she put that case on me back when I used to work at Burger King back in the day. So that's an extra $250 I get to save a month.
$2 and
Counting every cent.
50
No,
cents.
$250.
Oh, okay.
But I used to act like she was killing me. I was like, oh, my driver's license in jeopardy. Oh my God. No, she didn't know how to go down there and get it redone. She didn't know what she was doing. Ignorance is bliss, right? Ignorance is bliss.
That's been let's see. All right, you have been known to say that you go out and spend $10 on a date. You have a $10 date limit. Is that correct?
Well, that's if the woman doesn't plan on going all the way on the date. Now, if she goes all the way, I'm not tight like
Now,
that.
how do you know? How do you know if she's going to go all the way before you start spending?
Well, I let her know if we're not
You
going to do
tell her.
nothing.
You tell her up front.
Right, you got $10 to work with.
Okay. You tell this woman you got $10
When you go on a
to work
date.
with, and that's how you start your date.
And most respectable women just decide not to go with
Right.
me. Which, those aren't the kind of women I'm looking for anyway.
When it comes to the $10, I mean, this is more than 10, 11, 11 years ago. So when it comes to having standards and having a certain level of investment, $10 is obviously, that's completely outdated. But obviously, when it comes to any date that you go on with a woman, you have to keep your investment low, because unfortunately, the simps out there, they treat these ladies to this lavish dinners, and they basically get taken for foodie dates, where they believe that they're going to be spending and taking her to this fancy restaurants, and she's gonna put out and he's gonna have a wonderful time with her. But unfortunately, he soon find out that, you know what, all she's doing is posting on Instagram nowadays and showing everyone she's at this wonderful restaurant without putting you in the pic. So don't be that sucker. keep your investment that's reasonable and decent. I mean, for whatever your city, whatever your country is, you know what is decent for the amount for your country and what you need to spend on a first date. Do something that is not a movie where you go sit there and look at the screen and then have a couple of minutes after the movie to say how to talk to each other and then say goodbye and drop it off. No, go to a place that you guys can have a nice environment, a cool environment that you can have conversation. There's a vibe going, and you guys can basically bounce your kind of like your energy off each other and see how it goes. But the way Corey is straightforward, straight to the point, and basically, you know what, he tells us straight, that what time it is. That weeds out the ones that he doesn't want because he's looking for a particular type of lady, if you know what I mean. And you know what, the fact that he's straightforward, he basically doesn't waste that much time when it comes to getting what the type of woman he's looking for, firstly, and also then investing the time and energy and money in that woman to obviously get what he wants.
Life is too short to meet a woman that got something going for her.
With a lot of self-esteem.
Right, man. That's my number one enemy. Oh, my God.
Self-esteem in a woman, you don't want any of that.
I got in a real relationship with a woman like that. It was terrible.
How terrible was it?
She wanted me to do right by her. Oh, my God.
The nerve of her.
Ooh, the nightmares of color. I'd rather write the child support check than do that. But no, if a woman is... if a woman is willing, Jay is crazy, man.
He's laughing like he's your woman.
Oh, Jay, they get bad in here.
I told you.
Hey, man, don't worry about it. Just keep talking, man. Don't worry about it.
But Corey,
They give you this hate when they play your stuff. Just don't even answer simple. Just talk, man.
This guy has been looking forward to having Corey come on his show so long, or I don't know, at the fact that he is that guy. When you are that guy at work or wherever you are, you're always the one that speaks from a logical standpoint, and you talk facts, and you stay away from feelings and ideological type of approaches to life. And you call things for what it is, and he seems to be that guy. And unfortunately, with the ladies that he works with and the other gentleman that's on his case constantly, he kind of like feel like he has a saving grace in Corey for someone to come on his show and talks exactly the type of the things that he's listening to and is exposing himself to and is telling them, and he is just enjoying having Corey behind having his back.
Where did it come from? Where did it come from?
I'm not bitter. I'm just...
you are bitter. You really are.
I'm very...
Who hurt you? That's the very first argument woman will bring at you. That is part of sign language when it comes to sign, which is shaming, the I for insult, the G for guilt tripping, and the N for need, sign. The shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. That is always what women will do. And when it comes to the who hurt you argument, it's always when you are hitting a spot and giving them the raw truth, they will always come back and tell you you are scarred or jaded. That's why you are the way you are. And somehow that in their mind disqualifies your whatever you are saying, which is ridiculous.
Let the man talk, Sybil. Shut up.
Let the man talk.
That's all.
You're cautious.
So you don't want a woman with a lot of self-esteem. You don't want a real good woman.
Something
You
going
gotta
on.
put a lot of effort into women like that.
And you don't
I
have
look for the
that.
girls who, grew up
He knows what he wants.
without a dad. Therefore, a lot of the male advice they get is coming from me. No, this is a real story. This is a real story. I got to tell you guys this. I have a girl I'm dealing with. She's
You're
21.
dealing with?
Yeah, she's 21.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
Well, let the man talk.
And her dad is 45.
Oh my God.
And he got a problem with me, with his daughter. And whenever he get drunk, he gets to talking crazy. I don't know why you with my daughter. Now he's 45, but he lived with his daughter. And I explained to him, hey man, that's my beer.
And that again tells you and shows you how women will go for men and want men that is older than them and want a certain level of maturity from men. I mean, he was 41 and he could get a chick that is basically half his age, and somehow it worked. But the guy that's 4 years older than him, that's more or less the girl's dad, is the bum that she can't look up to, and that's why she's looking for some type of father figure in him at the age that he was at the time. So kind of like makes sense to me. But it also speaks to where if you as a father is not a good example, then that also has lasting effects.
You drink. So I try to explain to him, the reason she's with me because he underachieved. So now his daughter belongs to the game, and that's where guys like me step in.
He belongs to the streets.
He should be glad as
Advantage of the situation.
he should be glad as me. I buy beer.
And it's his brand, yes.
He needs to be appreciative. What is wrong with him?
It seems like I'm the bad guy, but really I'm the victim.
You're the victim.
I am the
How
victim
so?
of women who are willing to settle. Because I don't act like I'm a good guy in the beginning.
Right, you
And
can
so
let them know.
there's a lot of women who think they can mold a guy into what they want him to be.
We can't
and then-
change you.
Yeah, and then they get mad and give up on me, and it's not fair.
Exactly. The thing is, just don't switch it up. Don't be one way when you are trying to get it, and once you're in a relationship with the woman, then you change up again and you're different. Then that will ultimately lead to them not trusting you. So if you are congruent in the way you conduct yourself, in who you are and how you live your life, if she's going to come along for the ride, she's going to basically then sign up and follow your lead and basically follow and submit to your frame. But if she's not, she's just going to leave. So you have to have that take it or leave it mindset, and that is going to help you weed out a lot of the riffraff or the wrong type of woman that's not going to be suitable for you to work with and see to build something with, or have some interaction with. At the end of the day, stop trying to be the nice guy and then get do that to get your way in. That is what we always call the sneaky fucker game in the manosphere, and it's something that you definitely have to get out of your system and be direct. And if you are not successful, you move on.
It's not. Poor you.
I had this girl, she was trying to mold me into something for 2 years, then she finally gave up. Talking about, oh, Corey, you're no good. Like, you knew I was no good from day one.
Because you told her.
Yeah, and when she brought me to her house, she knew I was no good. I told her,
He's a straightforward, honest guy. It is what it is.
your daughter piggy bank ain't just disappear. You knew I had problems, okay?
Oh my God, if you aren't the most ignorant man alive.
I think it's evil not
Payday.
to show people who you really are, right?
That's true. That's
All right.
true.
Something else that you've been known to say. You say that all guys have a 5-woman.
Jay, you crazy.
Would you take LA out?
You say all single guys have a 5-woman rotation.
I think so. I think at least 5 women rotate in the average guy's life. You know what I'm saying? They got all kinds of, a lot of girls used to catch us with the cell phones, but now cell phones are a dime a dozen. I got my extra phone, I bought it at 7-Eleven. You don't even have to register it in your name anymore. My extra phone is registered in the name Old Boy. So it's very easy for me to keep these women in rotation.
You can definitely see it is, 2011 was when this interview or this radio show was recorded. And when it comes to looking at the data that's out there today, this is just 10 years ago, where a lot of guys, obviously, if you were dating and you are not exclusive with a girl, you are going to be seeing a few ladies. You're going to be doing your thing, working, whether it's your job, you're going to be, whatever your career you're busy with, you're going to focus on getting your money right and being that guy that you want to become, always pushing yourself, always trying to be better, get better. And at the end of the day, you kind of like had this type of aura that women could pick up, and that's why you will always you put yourself out there and you are attractive to a few women, and like he says, you have a certain rotation, whatever that amount of woman is. If you are on the dating type of approach or dating scene, you were always dating different types of women. If you weren't exclusively dating or exclusively in a relationship with someone. So that is something that was definitely true back in the day, 10 years ago. Now, today, there's a lot of guys that stuck on their cell phones. They are stuck on playing video games and stuck indoors, not going out there, experiencing life, meeting people, putting themselves out there. And that's why we have this type of channels like the Manosphere Paradigm, similar channels that's out there. We have amazing content creators that's guiding and helping men. There's guys like Fresh and Fit. There is Donovan Sharp. There's Kevin Samuels. There is Coach Greg Adams. There's the Joker. You've got quite a few channels that's out there in the manosphere space that is helping and assisting men to be better and push themselves beyond their comfort zone. So that has been a result of how things has changed from back then. And you know, this would have been a normal thing back in the day with you having a rotation, and a lot of guys today that has that abundance mindset and has that confidence, they definitely have that same type of rotation if they since they are just dating. But obviously, if you go into LTR and you are committing and telling yourself, you know what, I want to be with a woman, to have kids and have children, and build and love and build a life together, fine. But yeah, this was something that was common back in the day, and nowadays it's obviously shifted because of the incel type of mindset and the incel type of men we have today that does not have that type of confidence and swagger to be able to do certain things normal because of the environment we live in, where a lot of men is being led by emotion and this confusion about who they are and their identity mainly. We find ourselves in a time where men are withdrawing. They are going their own way. Some of them are going their own way and they're living a positive life, and they interacting with the woman that they interact with on a level that's comfortable for them, and that's the woman is also accepting. But then you have the other guys that's going the complete black route, where they are not positive. They are just looking at women as the enemy and completely just taking themselves out of the equation and basically just looking down on others and in human race as a whole, because they be completely, the red pill rage has taken them to a level of being completely blackpilled, and there's nothing that's going to save them unless they make a conscious decision to change. But yeah, just to get back to the point when it comes to Corey, definitely the rotation is something that you should have if you are dating in today's environment, because it gives you that abundance mindset. And if you find someone that you know is dime a dozen, they're all the same in my opinion. However, there is ones that you know that you can work with, and it's still a risk. There's no guarantees in life. Nothing is a given. But yeah, you basically have to have that rotation to be able to not be in this one-nighters mentality, so that you can always have that abundance mindset. So let's get back into the clip.
And keep my girl
Your number one girl?
the one who believes in me.
Yeah. Who's misinformed?
That's what I call her, the
Yeah.
one who believes in me. Of course, that's going to disappear one day. So.
Yeah. How so?
In me.
Yeah. Who's misinformed?
My extra phone is registered in the name Old Boy. So it's very easy for me to keep these women in rotation and keep my girl
Your number one girl?
the one who believes in me.
Yeah. Who's misinformed?
That's what I call her, the one
Yeah.
who believes in me. Of course, that's going to disappear one day. So.
Yeah. How soon? How soon?
Real soon. It depends on how intelligent they are. I know I would never deal with me.
I saw you have a 5 rotation now. You have a 5
Got
rotation
5
now.
women in the rotation. Jay, you make me
I think Jay is aiming for number 6. Good
All
night.
Actually, a lot of guys have
How do you?
25.
The dude in the background, he is cracking himself up because he is so stoked at the fact that he's got backup in studio today. And Corey is definitely hitting them with the raw facts and the raw truth.
How do you break up? Well, I'll tell you what. We'll talk about how you break up with one of your 5 women, because you got to keep them in rotation.
Right.
Right.
You have to replace them too.
Let's go to break.
Okay, that was Corey Holcomb, and when it comes to his interview that is more than 10 years old, 10 to 11 years old now, definitely some of the things is a bit outdated, but still relevant when it comes to seeing how far this information and the RP content and goes and how things has evolved just over a space of 10 years when it comes to the way men and women deal with each other. So, yeah, I'm enjoying this RP comedy clips that I'm doing and reactions because I'm just wanting to share this comedy and comedians. I'm going to introduce a few others as well and do reactions like similar to this as well. And because these guys as guys that I watch and I've been cracking myself up, and one of the things I've been seeing is definitely the correlation, or at least the information or the things that he's talking is so relevant and so in line with what is being discussed within the manosphere. And the cool thing about this clip is where it is more than 10 years old and you can see how things has evolved over those 10 years. So I hope you enjoy that clip. I'll see you in the next one. And also, don't forget, yeah, I am going to be giving away 10, or at least going to give away t-shirts, Manosphere Paradigm t-shirts. I'm going to show my support to my subscribers and new subscribers and guys watching this channel. Watch, like, and drop a comment on 10 videos, and I am going to send you a t-shirt no matter where you are. I want to show my appreciation and I want to show my support to you guys for coming on here, checking out my content, dropping a like. I've been seeing a good response to the last video, or at least the last video I did with Will and Jada, and or at least not the Will and Jada one, the one where Will Smith is giving Chris Rock self-control advice. That was a very good video that got some good traction and a lot of people watched it, and I had a decent amount of likes. I'd like it to be more. And definitely appreciate if you, whatever you watch my videos, to click the like button so that the algorithm can pick it up. But I am appreciative of your eyeballs coming here, checking out the content, and always being interested in coming back for more. So I'll check you out in the next one. Hit the like button again, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.